Head has dozed his way to the final 8.
Well, it is tradition here at the Aussie Millions. The 8 remaining players have been combined into one table. When we lose one more, then the final table will be set. Chip leader is Jimmy Fricke. Looked at a Jack 5 and gets rid of that. Andrew Black will fold as well. Glossel, the short stack, will get rid of that Jack 9. Gazes folds as well. Hans Martin Vogel, however, will play with an ace queen. 31-year-old from Brettenhausen, Germany.
Right.
Deliberately makes the raise to 110,000. Action over to Gus Hansen now.
110,000.
And Hansen with an 8-6. I'm sure he's loving that.
Those cards on the button look like 4 aces to Gus Hansen.
Cool.
Sure, he'll call.
Now Mark Karam. Pair of 10s.
Great time for Karam to make a re-raise. Remember, he's in the small blind, so if this goes to the flop, he'll be out of position for the rest of the hand.
400,000.
And 400,000 is his bet.
400,000 in total.
Julius Coleman will be next, and I doubt that he'll hang around and look at this. Now back to Hans Martin Vogel. He opened the betting. He'll let it go.
And I like that fold. Remember, we're back to what is nearly a full table. Ace-Queen is not that strong of a hand, especially when that man, Gus Hansen, is sitting behind you with more than 3 million in chips, and that man, Mark Karam, has re-raised.
So the action on Gus Hansen.
Can I see the flop?
And a smile from Gus Hansen. He was looking into Karam's eyes, trying to get a read, and I think he got one.
When Karam shows the 10s, Gus Hansen really doesn't need any more free information. He does just fine when it's unknown.
Well, now it's all on television, and people, of course, play very differently when they're at the TV table. A fact, oh, by the way, that does not go unnoticed by the professionals.
TV has its way of showing what's going on, but it's not the whole truth, because they're kind of showing the interesting hands, and it is more interesting to watch kind of a crazy hand or a crazy bluff or a big call on the river and stuff like that.
Give me a break.
See, I'm exciting for the TV.
Guys 100% play differently on a TV table. The reason is because I think they know the whole world is watching, and they don't want to be embarrassed. And they don't want to look stupid, so they play a little more carefully than they would if they were playing without the cameras around.
I'll watch it on TV later.
I think the cameras, they affect a little bit. There's some people that they really want to show that, oh, I'm going to make the greatest bluff now for the whole world.
All in.
All in.
I'm all in.
I would say it's easier to keep your focus on a television because you've got the lights there, a lot of pressure. The cameras are there to help make sure it's like somebody on your shoulder actually watching your cards and making sure you're playing a little better, as opposed to if it's not televised, I might splash around a little, make a few stupider plays, we'll say.
Do I call Joe Hashem?
Hey, you'll have a story to tell either way, kid.
I don't really worry about the cameras. I'm just going to play poker. If I made plenty of good decisions on TV and plenty of bad decisions on TV. It's just part of poker. No matter how good you are at poker, sometimes you're going to look like the idiot. It's just the way it is,
The cameras definitely have an effect. Having played poker on television myself, I can certainly vouch for Phil Ivey's assertion. Sometimes you look less than brilliant.
I don't even play poker, and I look less than brilliant. Fold around to Glossel now, and he will let it go. Christy gazes as well.
Free ride.
Now Gus Hansen. Hansen looking at a queen little here.
He can put pressure on Karam in the big blind, not because Hansen loves that queen deuce, but because he can make Mark Karam need to find a hand.
90,000. So again, blind versus blind.
Karam in the big blind. 30,000 already in the pot. He'll have to put in another 60,000 to see a flop. Amir Pittance.
He will do that. Make the call. So 2 players now go into the flop. Karam and Hansen. For queen 5, so Hansen is caught top pair.
Karam inside straight draw.
Bet 120,000.
120,000 to bet from Gus Hansen.
Call.
Karam will call.
Karam not only hoping to make his straight, but also seeing if Gus Hansen is serious.
Didn't make it on the turn, a 9, so a big edge now to Gus Hansen, who checks to Karam.
And that check might look like weakness to Karam, and yes, the man from Ottawa is reaching for betting chips.
250,000.
250,000 to bet from Karam into the face of Gus Hansen.
Remember, Gus has close to 4 million chips, so that's a fairly easy call there. Top pair, he makes it.
We go to the river. Karam needs a 6. It is a 9. No help for Karam.
Very curious card. Remember, Karam didn't show any strength until the 9 came on the turn.
Hansen will check.
A 9 on the river would be 3 9s,
Bet of 300,000.
and that's what Karam's going to try to represent.
Well, Karam's going to bet 300,000 chips, a cagey bet. Hansen, you can see, just kind of staring him down here.
That was really ugly, but I will say I'm a stubborn son of a gun. I am very stubborn.
And he does make the call. He is stubborn. He wins another good-sized pot.
Nice. So can I have a C, please?
Black wants to see Karam's mucked hole cards. He's within his rights, but a lot of players frown upon this.
You think I was colluding, Andy?
I'd tell you, I would only ask in a situation where there was an awful lot of action going on, and I don't think I've ever even played a hand against you. So I just wanted to see what was going on there.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't do it to somebody else. Like, you know, the guy already lost the hand. No need to rub it in.
Karam not appreciating a sticky beak at the table.
Andrew Black not making any friends right at the moment. We're coming back. Welcome back to the Aussie Millions. Barry Tompkins, Michael Koenig alongside, and Gus Hansen with his omnipresent recorder. Come in, Rangoon.
Is he allowed to talk into that thing in the studio?
Andrew Black continuing to make a few waves. There are 8 players left. We'll whittle this down to 7. That'll be our final table. And for Jakob Glassel, he has the goods.
Great time for the short stack to pick up aces. He can try to just rob the blinds and antes or get some value for it.
Contemplating what he wants to play here, and he will bet 80,000. Folds around now to Julius Coleman, who will call with a queen 10 suited.
2 players.
So 2 players to the flop. Edge to Glassel, needless to say. 2, 3, 5, 2 diamonds.
And while this looks like a really good and safe flop for Glassel,